Hello everybody, it is Kate. Today I'm talking about another movie. Woohoo! The movie I watched is She's the Man. I've seen this movie so many times before because I love this movie. And also, tiny nerd corner alert. I love the fact that this is based off of a Shakespeare play, Twelfth Night. If you haven't read it, go read it. It's really good. It's pretty short. I mean, all of his plays are super short compared to like novels and novellas and stuff, and it actually is good because it's like a very lighthearted story. For Shakespeare, he usually has more depressing endings or more like very serious, being like everyone dies pretty much, but this was like a not bad ending because it's pretty much like the movie and they have all the same characters and stuff. Like it's like the two twins, right? It's a girl and a boy. Instead of the twin pretending to be the boy, she just pretends to be like another man so she can be close to the king or whatever, the duke. Okay, so let's get into it. So our main character, Viola, she has a twin brother named Sebastian. Her and Sebastian are complete opposites. Viola loves soccer. Sebastian is a guitar player and is like, I have a band. Viola's boyfriend, who is an evil man, and also, if you watched my Aliens in the Attic video, which you should definitely go watch, the main villain, not the main villain, but a secondary villain, her ex-boyfriend, Justin, is played by the same dude who plays the evil boyfriend in Aliens in the Attic. Viola loves soccer and she wants to be a professional soccer player, but the school she goes to cut the girls' soccer team and they're not letting them like merge into the boys' team because apparently girls aren't as good at soccer as men. And this really upsets Viola, and she's like, what are you talking about? Like, I can play soccer better than my boyfriend. And her boyfriend's like, no way, babe. She dumps his ass because he literally was like, yeah, you're not as good as us. You're a loser. And like literally the day before, he's like, you're so good, babe. You're better than like everyone on my team.
Yesterday you told me that I was better than half the guys on your team.
I never said that. End of discussion.
Fine. End of relationship.
So she's like, fine, I'm gonna do something crazy. She goes home. Her brother is sneaking out of the house because like their parents are divorced, so he was supposed to be at his dad's house, but he told his dad that he was still at his mom's house, so he is not in either of the places. He's going to London for a show with his band. Viola is like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the school that my brother's about to go to, and I'm gonna sign up for the soccer team, and I'm gonna prove everyone that girls can do it just as good as boys can. But she's gonna pretend to be Sebastian, her brother, so she puts on a wig and sideburns, wears a binder, you know. So she goes to the school pretending to be her brother, and they're twins, but obviously she looks younger as a boy because she has like a higher pitched voice, she's shorter, blah 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 blah. And then her mom, I hate this mother. She is so evil. She wants her daughter to be, she wants Viola to be a debutante, which is just like a stupid ball thing. Sorry, not stupid, it's a older tradition where like young ladies all get dressed up and learn all this stuff. Viola doesn't want to do this. She's like, I don't want to wear a stupid dress and do all these things and whatever. I much rather want to play soccer. Her mom's like, soccer's for boys. You can't do that. She's like, when I had a girl, I wanted her to be a debutante. Like, talk about projection.
How could I wind up with a daughter who only wants to kick a muddy ball around a field all day?
So then Viola goes to the school. Like, it's like a boarding school, so she doesn't have to see her mom. So she goes to soccer tryouts. She gets benched pretty much, like the second string. I don't know anything about soccer, so I'm just going off of what they say in this movie. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. She meets Channing Tatum. His name is Duke, as Sebastian. And he's like, listen, I really like this girl. If you help me get this girl to like me, I'll help you be good at soccer to the point where you can be on first string. Which is pretty much just you can play, I guess. So Olivia, who Duke has been in love with for like years, starts liking Sebastian because Sebastian is like nice to her. So it's basically just her being like, yeah, I like this man because he doesn't act like a man. Maybe take a look in the mirror.
Ooh, cute shoes. Oh, you think so? I got my Anthropology.
No way, they have shoes there?
Oh, yeah, right by the accessories.
Huh.
So Sebastian, Viola, is trying to be like, hey, you should go on a date with Duke. Duke's pretty awesome. But while this is happening, Viola, just as Sebastian, is slowly falling in love with Duke because Duke is being like honest and being like, we're just bros, not trying to be like impressive. And he's also like helping her train for soccer. Viola is like trying to coach Duke because apparently Duke's horrible at talking to girls. He doesn't know how to say anything and he's just like, hey ladies, So Viola's trying to be, well, as Sebastian is trying to be like, just be nice, you know, just say something, just ask her, whatever. As Sebastian, Viola's like, you should just like ask her like what type of cheese she likes. And they like have this like sweet little silly conversation.
Questions about what?
Anything. Ask me if I like cheese.
Okay. Do you like cheese?
Well, why, yes, I do. My favorite's Gouda.
Oh, I like Gouda too.
It doesn't really have anything to do with it, but it's just sweet because he takes the advice so seriously. And later on, he asks the girl that he likes, he's like, so what do you think about cheese? It's so funny. Later on, like after they're becoming like friends and stuff, there is a carnival there's a carnival that Sebastian and Viola's mom is doing or like helping host. So she wants Sebastian and Viola to go. So Viola has to switch between being Viola and Sebastian. So she runs into like bathrooms in the bouncy castle and like quickly changes, and like she has to put like fake eyebrows on and her wig and her sideburns. And it's like so over the top and dramatic because it's like you could just run to the bathroom, or you could have just said one of you is sick. But either way, she keeps switching and being like, oh my gosh, I have to keep up these things. And as Viola, she has to do the kissing booth. Olivia is also working the kissing booth. So Duke buys a ticket because he wants to kiss Olivia, who he's had a crush on forever. But right before Duke goes on, Olivia switches with Viola. Duke has never met Viola because he doesn't know that this is the sister of Sebastian, who he thinks he's roommates with and friends with and soccer teammates with. But it's not Sebastian, it's Viola. They kiss, and then Viola's ex-boyfriend, Justin, is like, what are you doing kissing my girlfriend?
What the hell is this?
The two start fighting. They tackle each other, knock stuff down, they fight. Viola gets involved because she's like, I don't want the man I like fighting with my ex-boyfriend who I hate. I think if Justin was losing more, she would have been fine with it. Everyone gets in trouble. Viola switches back to Sebastian and heads back to the campus, like the school campus. Duke is there and is like, I got punched.
Got into it with your sister's ex.
And Sebastian, aka Viola, is pretending not to know what happened. So he's like, what's happening? And he's like, I kissed your sister.
He saw me and her kind of making out at the kissing booth.
And he's like, I don't care. Do it again. I don't care. It's very funny because it's like, she's like, I'm completely impartial, but she probably really likes you and you should totally do that again.
Speaking as a completely objective third-party outsider with absolutely no personal interest in the matter.
I don't even care how ridiculous the movie is. I love it so much, so I'm having a hard time critiquing it. So then Sebastian is like, you should totally go after Viola instead of Olivia because Viola definitely likes you. Olivia is talking to Sebastian and Sebastian's like, you're not my type. And she's like, then I'm gonna make you jealous by going with Duke. But it's like, I would just assume that he's gay. Olivia goes on a date with Duke. And then there's this girl, her name is Eunice. This poor girl. She has like headgear on and she's like a total nerd. Like, she scares everyone, including myself, and they make her so over the toply nerdy. It's like they're on a date. It's very clear that Olivia doesn't like Duke and just like wanted to get Sebastian jealous, aka Viola, but she doesn't know it's Viola. So Sebastian like leaves the date because he's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And then right after Sebastian leaves, Olivia leaves as well, and Duke's like, oh my gosh. And then Eunice, she's like, cheese is my favorite animal byproduct.
Do you like cheese?
More than almost any other animal byproduct.
I don't know why. It made me laugh. And then whenever they were on a date, a few of Duke's friends see, and it's like, oh, so when I talk about Eunice not like maybe going to date with you because you guys all freak out, but the second Sebastian does it, it's fine. It's I don't know why, but the line made me chuckle.
Okay, how come when I wanted to ask out Eunice, everyone made fun of me? But now Sebastian likes her and suddenly she's cool? Screw you guys, I hate high school.
So then all of the ladies are at a debutante ball practice where it's like talking about what they're gonna do when they're eating like a luncheon. And obviously it's Viola this time, not dressed as Sebastian. So Viola runs into Olivia, but has to pretend that she doesn't know her because she doesn't, whatever. They're talking, and Olivia talks about how she feels really bad for using Duke, but she really likes Sebastian. And then Monique Oh, I forgot to mention her. This is the crazy ex-girlfriend of Sebastian who ruins everyone's life. She storms out of the bathroom and she's like, I am Sebastian's girlfriend. And then Viola's like, ex-girlfriend? You guys broke up. Blah, 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 blah. And she's like, ah. So the three of them get into a literal fight where they're like punching each other, throwing shoes at each other, tackling each other. My favorite part is when Viola like jumps onto Monique's back and starts hitting her head. It was so ridiculous. It was so funny. Like, you could do serious damage, and I'm surprised no one drew blood. But then, skip to the next day, or next night, or whatever. Olivia sees Sebastian, but this is the real Sebastian. The real Sebastian just got back from London. Olivia runs up, kisses him because she's like, I just want to tell Sebastian how I feel. He's like, I don't know who you are, but thank you. Duke sees this and is really pissed because he thinks this is Sebastian, the Sebastian that he's been talking to and is trying to, Sebastian's helping be a wingman to Duke. So then he's really pissed. He talks to Sebastian and is like, how dare you do this to me? You're horrible. You're a horrible friend. I hate you so much. And Sebastian, aka Viola, is like, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? But then also Monique figures out that it's that Viola's been taking the place of Sebastian because she got a call saying that Sebastian just got back from London. So she's like, Viola is impersonating Sebastian. The next day is like a huge soccer game that they've all been waiting for, and it's against the school of Justin, aka Viola's ex-boyfriend. So she's like, I gotta kick his ass, and then I'm gonna rip off my wig and say, yeah. Sebastian goes onto the field, like the real Sebastian, because he wakes up and is like, wait, where am I? Like, I'm in a soccer game because he slept in his own dorm room because Viola was kicked out because Duke was really mad at him, whatever. So Sebastian gets face painted into his clothes, whatever, and gets on the field. He does horribly the first, what's it called? First quarter, first half. I don't know how soccer works. And then Viola pulls him aside because she notices, and they're like both hiding. She's in her little boy makeup, and he's like, why are you dressed like me? And she's like, why are you wearing my uniform? And they explain the situation. She puts it on, and then it's revealed to everyone that she's her, that she's a girl, not a boy, Sebastian. And then the real Sebastian comes out, then everyone's like, oh, so, and the other team is like, you can't play that game. And then the really great coach on Viola's team rips up the rulebook and is like, who says girls can't play? She can beat you, like, you're just scared if you, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, let's just play soccer, and everyone get off the field, let's just freaking play soccer. We don't really care that she's been faking who she is. It never really gets resolved that she was impersonating someone and was just going to classes, which I think is kind of crazy because like it was the start of the school year and it was like right, he just transferred and it was like his first day, so it makes sense that no one recognized him, but like still. And then they play the game. She does amazing. They win the game. Justin cries. He like falls to the ground sobbing. It was amazing. I loved it. Viola introduces Olivia to the real Sebastian. They hit it off. Eunice and the boy who he kind of liked her, they hit it off. Viola tries to talk to Duke, but Duke is not having it. He's like, you lied to me this entire time and acted like my friend when you're actually the girl I actually kissed. What? Like, he's just confused. Time skips to the debutante ball. She doesn't think Duke is gonna come because she thinks Duke is still really mad at her. Oh my goodness. She sent Duke a present of a thing of Gouda cheese with like a note to like invitation for the debutante ball. She doesn't think he's gonna show up, so she's like outside, and then she's like, she sees someone like in the shadows because it's like outside of like the debutante ball area, so it's like a pretty lake scene. And then she's like, I didn't think you'd come. And then the guy keeps coming closer and she's like, say something. It's just like a random gardener who's like, listen, I have to turn those sprinklers on in a sec.
It really means a lot to me that you're here. Say something.
I gotta turn the sprinklers on.
And I personally would have found it so funny if that's how it ended. But no, she turns around and Duke's right there. And she's like, you came? And he's like, of course I did. And then they talk. And then he's like, I really miss my roommate. And Viola. She's like, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have lied to you. And he's like, no, I don't think we would have gotten as close if you didn't. Because I don't know how to talk to girls. Which is kind of sweet. But also, I don't know how mad I would be. I think I would just be more like, I think I would just be shocked. I'd be like, you're not even the same person in my brain. Like, registering it, being like, wait. But it's sweet because he's like, yeah, like, we got close because you did that, I guess. So I'm like mad at you, but I've kind of forgiven you. And then they go to the debutante ball. That's the end of the movie. She keeps playing on the team, so I'm assuming she got transferred to that school. One criticism, I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry, Amanda Bynes. I'm so sorry. The only critique I have is that it's like, it wrapped up too good, and I know it's like a teen movie, so it's obviously gonna wrap up good, but I would have like loved a little bit more drama and tension between her just lying and then the repercussions of that, because I felt like it was like such a short amount of time between everyone being upset at her and them being like, whatever. That's literally it. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, because if you do not, someone is going to impersonate you and then ruin your life, and then you're going to come back and it's going to be so confusing. Okay. Bye.